Let's talk about using addition method, also known as elimination method. And quite frankly, elimination method to me makes more sense because we are trying to get rid of the X or the Y. Notice in this example, first of all, let me say that this is my equation 1, the top one, and let's call this one equation 2. Notice that if I add these two equations together, if I combine them or add them together, x minus x is nothing. Y plus 2y gives me 3y equals -7. And now I can very easily solve for y. Dividing both sides by 3, I know that y equals -7/3. So I easily found the value of y. Now, in order for me to find the value of x, I can just substitute this 7/3 into here or into here. It doesn't matter, it's a system, it would give me the same answer. So let me go to the next page and substitute that into the first equation. In first equation, we had x plus y equals -4. And now I'm going to substitute -7/3 for y. So if I add 7/3 to both sides of this equation, so plus 7/3 here, plus 7/3 in here. So now I have x equals -4 plus 7/3. I need the LCD. Well, it's easier to think of this as x equals 7/3 minus 4/1. So let me continue in here. X equals 7/3. My LCD, least common denominator, is 3. So 7/3 minus 12/3, which is a 4. So x equals -5/3. So the final answer for this question using addition method or elimination method is -5/3 for x. And we found out that the y value was -7/3. Remember, the first one is always x and the second one is always y. Let's do another example using addition method. Let's do, how about 2x minus 5y equals 16 and 4x minus 3y equals 11. Notice that if I combine these two equations the way they are in front of me, nothing is going to go away. This becomes 6x, this becomes -8y, and this becomes 27. So it's not helping me. So what I'm going to do, instead of combining them together, I'm going to first multiply the first equation by -2. So let's say if this is my first equation, this is my second equation, I'm going to multiply the first one by -2. So if I multiply the first one by -2, 2x times -2 is -4x, -5y times -2 is plus 10y, and 16 times -2 is -32. So now my equation 1 that got multiplied by -2 is -4x plus 10y equals -32. Now, the second equation, I'm going to leave it the same as 4x minus 3y equals 11. Now, if I add them together, these just totally cancel because the first one is negative. Now I get 7y equals minus 21. 7y minus 21, divide both sides by 7, and I get y equals -3. So now I found the value of y equals -3. So I can now substitute this y in any of the equations above that I have and find out the value of x. Let me go to the next page. Remember that originally our equation 1 was 2x minus 5y equals 16. So 2x minus 5 times, we said y, we found out to be -3 equals 16. Now 2x plus 15, -5 times -3 equals 16. Subtract 15 from both sides, and I have 2x equals 1, and so x equals 1/2. So the final answer is 1/2 -3. And if you plug into these numbers, 1/2 for x and -3 for y, in any of the equations that we started with, it'll give us a true statement. Okay, let's do one last example, just for the sake of discussion. Let's do one that is a little bit harder. What I mean is involving fraction. So let my first equation be something like 1/2 x plus 1/3 y equals 2/3. And the second equation be 2/3 x plus 2/5 y equals 14/15. So you look at this and you say, oh my gosh, this is going to take me forever. Yes, if you work with the fractions, but we don't have to. Remember that the most powerful sign in the mathematics is this equal sign. So this equal sign is telling me, because the left-hand side equals right-hand side, I can multiply both sides of this equation by any number and it doesn't change anything. So what I'm going to do to eliminate these fractions, I'm going to multiply the top equation. So mult 1 by 6. Why 6? Because 6 is my least common denominator. I'm going to multiply the second equation by 15. Why 15? Because 15 is the least common denominator for 3, 5, and 15. Okay, and so now my equation 1 and 2 is going to change. 1/2 x times 6 gives me 3x. 1, okay, plus 1/3 y times 6 is 2y equals 2/3 times 6 gives me 4. Let me put a line in here. The second equation becomes 15 times 2/3 is 10x. 15 times 2/5 y, 5 goes to 15 3 times 2 is 6y equals, and then 15 times 14 over 15 is simply 14. Much nicer. Now I don't have to deal with a fraction. So now what I'm going to do, I'm going to multiply the first one, first one by -3. If I do that, then this becomes -6y, and then it can cancel this one. So let's do that. So 1 and 2. So multiply the 3x times -3 gives me -9x. 2y times -3 is -6y. And 4 times -3 is -12. And I'm going to leave the first one as 10x plus 6y equal 14. Now, if I combine them together, I get x, and this just totally cancel, equals 2. So we successfully found x equals 2. Now I can use this 2 and plug it into any of the equations above. So let me go to the next page. And I do have one of these equations that I have is 3x plus 2y equals 4 from previous page. So I'm going to use that and write down 3 times 2, because the value of x is 2, plus 2y equals 4. So 6 plus 2y equals 4. Subtract 6 from both sides gives me 2y equals negative 2. Divide both sides by 2, I get y equals negative 1. So the final answer is 2 comma negative 1. Once again, this is always the value of x, and the second one is always the value of y. Okay, thank you. That's all I have to tell you for now.